Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. America was targeted for attack because we're the brightest beacon for freedom and opportunity in the world, and no one will keep that light from shining. It hit like thunder on a sky so blue. Ordinary day to the towers flew. Flight 11, 175. Steel turned flame. Innocence gone, the world not the same. New York bleed and the skyline crack. Ash in the lungs and the sky went black. Pentagon struck, flight 94 back. Heroes in the air, put courage on the map. You thought we'd fold, you don't know our name. You lit a fire, now drown in the flame. We don't forget, we don't forgive. You took our peace, now see how we live. You woke a beast, now we don't 10,000 miles, we marching deep. From NYC to Tora Bora dust. This ain't vengeance, this is just blood don't dry when the steel is hot. Justice moves whether you see it or not. Bin Laden ran, but time caught up. One shot, one call, that dead got cut. Blood don't dry when the steel is hot. Justice moves whether you see it or not. Bin Laden ran, but time caught up. One shot, one call, that dead got cut. Dropped in fast, boots hit the sand. Caves in the mountains, rifles in hand. CIA Delta, ghosts in the trees. Moving through Kandahar, whispering free. Taliban folded, shadows remain. Caves in the mountains, white soldiers in pain. CIA left war, ghosts mission stay clear. Hunt coward who brought death here. Tora Bora echoes with missed goodbyes. The mothers prayed under foreign skies, but the flag kept rising, battered but proud. Every stripe earned, every star unbowed. Whether we bring our enemies to justice or bring justice to our enemies, justice will be done. Justice will be done. Blood don't dry when the steel is hot. Justice. Bin Laden ran, but one shot, one call, that dead got cut. Blood don't dry when the steel is hot. Justice moves whether you see it or not. Bin Laden ran, but time caught up. One shot, one call, that dead got cut. Whether we bring our enemies to justice or bring justice to our enemies, justice will be done. Justice will be done. Yeah, yeah. 10 years deep and we never forgot. While he hid behind walls, we still fought. SEAL Team 6 hit him out of his gate. That day out, concealed his fate, but it never ends clean. The scars run wide, so many gone, but the pain won't hide. From Kabul to Fallujah, blood in the soil, but freedom ain't free and we never will die. While he hid behind walls, but we stayed the course, not for revenge, for a higher force. We bury our dead, salute the brave. You started a war, we brought the grave. Yeah, justice will be done. Justice will be done. Blood don't dry when the steel is hot. Justice moves whether you see it or not. Bin Laden ran, but time caught up. One shot, one call, that dead got cut. Blood don't dry when the steel is hot. Justice moves whether you see it or not. Bin Laden ran, but time caught up. One shot, one call, that dead got cut. You broke the sky, we built it back. Brick by brick through the ash and black. From ground zero to desert sun, we don't run. Justice will be done. Justice will be done. Justice will be done. You came for fear, but we brought fire. You fell beneath that funeral choir. No safe place when the ego flies. We bleed, we fight, but we don't die. These acts shattered steel, but they cannot dent the steel of American resolve. It's cool though, because
Welcome on board, new members.
now you don't have to worry about it anymore. I will go back to the corner I was happy enough to stand in. Not sure why I left it in the first place. Come on. We both know you are too good for that shitty ass corner. I'm too good. So that's why I'm in the corner, cause everyone and everything outside of it has done nothing but let me down. Woo! Find me in the corner, sipping on something and working on, yeah, a couple fucking songs that I just start up and they hot, bruh. I write them down before this last sip puts me straight down on the ground. Cause when I ain't sipping it down like it's water,
That's on you,
I
man. You gotta
find
turn
it
off
so
your
much
background music.
harder to sit with all the shitty excuses that you've been spitting out. And you know what I just thought, oh yeah, I can't remember why it is I'm even still here sticking around. So
It's the button
find
in the
me
middle.
standing
Hit
on the
that button
corner.
and you can mute it.
Not no corner boy, but got that shit that's gonna leave you wanting so much more, yeah. And I'm always slinging it out, so please just go stand.
Okay, I just love Stevie's music. So now we are ready to play the Canon, Roy. You think?
Yeah, we can do that
Oh,
and
that
lead
was
in here in
P3s.
about
That
3
wasn't Stevie.
minutes.
You what now?
I said we can play that to lead in the song in about 3 minutes.
Okay. All
Or
right.
lead in the show, excuse me. All right. Hey, guys, while we're waiting for the music to get ready to start here, I just want to welcome you. This is a new feature called A Stage. As you notice, me, Mr. Lehman, Dr. Lehman, and Mez are the only people who are currently on the speaker section. The rest of you all are on audience. What this means is that you cannot talk, uh, but you can request to speak, and Mez, myself, or David can accept you and pull you onto the stage where we could interact. We're This is a new feature, so it's going to get us a little time to get used to it. So I apologize for any inconvenience. We're not going to be jerks about things about trying to restrict people from talking, but we do ask obviously to be respectful. Same rules as always. Love to see some new faces and always the old timers. Love to see all you guys here. As you know, this show has two sections. We have a classroom section, which will take up the first hour, and then after that, we do the listening party. And the listening party is a little bit more in depth. We do interview the composers, we do ask questions, we do get people's feedback. All right, Dave, we're getting ready to kick off here in just about a minute.
Thanks, Roy.
So when we go old school, we go really old school. That is one of the great compositions of all time, Pachelbel's Canon in D. And Mr. Lehman was able to get that off a great video on YouTube and uploaded it to Suno. So that instrumental is available for you guys if you want to use it to do a remix. And what we did today, Dave and I put together a song about some recent events that have occurred here. And the recent events, of course, are relating to the 81-hour, 48-minute, 16-second listening party that just went on and on and on. So we have written a song about it. And what we're going to do is we're going to have Dave take over. And pardon me, Dave's going to take over and he's going to get us a session of studio open so we can first of all listen to the song, and then we're going to decide how we're going to make little changes to it. I've got some ideas, Dave's got some ideas, and then we're going to ask you guys for ideas. So Dave, I'm going to go ahead and let you take control.
Thanks, Roy. I appreciate that. And just as an aside, before we get to this, guys,
Hey, Dave, could you turn your
listen,
mic up or
nobody
get closer
likes
to it?
changes in procedures, and nobody likes to be the first people to really implement it. So I appreciate your patience, and please
Hey,
don't
Dave,
get annoyed. Yes,
would you
sir.
mind getting a little bit closer to your mic, please?
I can do that. Plus, I can turn myself up. Okay, so thank you for your patience with this new format that we're doing with the listening parties. All right, so if we go into my library, we can find a piece of audio that we uploaded here that Roy and I kind of put together based on that Canon and D. So Canon and D, very, very famous,
No, not
has
that
been
version,
around
Dave.
for a long time.
Dave, wrong version. Wrong version.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay,
no, do the one that I sent you,
I
please.
will. Right. Those four chords is known as the Pachelbel progression and D progression. Okay, this is the one that you sent, right?
No,
To
no,
my
no.
library. Remember you
That's the
sent
one
to
that
Dave?
we did when we were
Or that
messing
we made
around.
with Studio. This is the one. I am so sorry. You are correct.
Yeah,
All right. So
I don't want
thank
I
you,
don't
Roy.
want to scare our audience away.
Yeah, no, this is good. Okay.
Oh wait, no, 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 that's not
So
it. No, no, no. It's the one I sent you. It's not going to be in your library.
it
Hold on.
is
Let
because
me.
I had to upload it. Remember?
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? Okay.
Yeah. Um, this one. This is what I uploaded.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
let's listen to it. You getting anything? Oh no, because my sound is muted. I'm gonna try that again. All right, Roy. Before we play this, I'd like for you to tell everybody what the initial intent was. And boy, I know we have 13 in audience. Okay, cool. Can you let me know and talk about what, because it was kind of your vision for a version of Canon in D. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. It's basically telling the story about the listening party. Using my twerkship style. So it's we're gonna build a beautiful choral part with the choruses, but the verses are going to be more of a rap or hip hop sung version. So it's a melding of those two styles, really integrating the classical and the beautiful, uplifting classical with the more urban, telling the story of the of 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 the party that never ended.
So it's all about that epic
Yes,
listening party that we had. Okay, so here we go. We have chorus, verse, verse, chorus, bridge, bridge, bridge. The bridge didn't go back to the chorus. I would swap these things around, but that's okay. This is really for kind of experimental purposes. So let's play this. This is what we came up with. Then we're going to open it up in studio and see what we can do to make it better. So please listen critically to this play. Listen to the bass, listen to the drums, listen to the voices, listen and find what takes you out of the experience. Make note of those things. All right, here we go.
Started with a listening party that night. Songs going on so tight, where we didn't know what we had started. After the first host had departed, Roy took over while it was still early in the night. Rolling band for after band for quite the sight. We
duty to keep up the world's greatest party. Then Keeks had one hell of a great suggestion. Why don't we show others our appreciation?
A simple after party had grown into an act of devotion, and now came a lot of emotion. So Cole loved the idea and was a real smarty. Added a playlist to his appreciation party. We had our friends hanging out together in the listening party that never on and on the party rolled on. After all, we just wanted one more song. Dooney and friends played hot potato, remixing the same song in one go. New members came along, wondering what's going on. Don't you know you've stumbled on the greatest ever music show? The world didn't really matter. We had our friends hanging out together in the listening party that never For days the good times roll as we mined more and more musical gold. We shredded guitars and shed some tears, maybe even faced up to some fears. It was an unbelievable time for a server so bold to truly break the music making mold. These 81 hours, 42 minutes and 16 seconds will be talked about for years. This goes out to all the hosts who made this possible. Your contributions made this whole thing possible.
To the Mars, pour one
But for the boss, Ghost, give a shout.
Well, okay. Roy, did you by any chance edit? Because I don't. It's saying things that weren't there, but
Yeah, it looked like it went through autocorrect or something. It was really weird.
really weird. And there was some jarbledness in the
Yeah.
thing.
Wonder if it got lost in
Give me a
translation.
second. All right, good. I had to open up a second screen so I could see the chat because I want to be able to talk. Okay. So,
Now, guys, if
what
anyone
I
has a
did-
question, please raise your hand. And
Yeah.
you raise your hand by hitting the right mouse key, and we will pull you up to answer any questions that you might have. Sorry,
Thank
Dave.
God, someone's here to take that responsibility. I appreciate Mez and.
I just want to say hi.
Hello.
Here you go, man. Don't mess up our shit, man.
That's all right.
I'll try not to.
It's they can't listen. I'm too much of a punk to get into this either, but I guess it's got to be done, and so we got to deal with it. Okay. So now we have that track you just heard. I opened it up into Studio. I like to do that because when you open a track that way, it automatically finds the tempo for you, quantizes everything nicely. So any stimming that you do will already be on the grid. Speaking of that, and like we talked about last week, I've broken this piece down into stems here, all of them that it would give me, and I'm going to insert them all into our mix here. So what we'll have is the full mix on top, and below we'll have it broken down into individual parts.
Wow.
So
I see
I'm
lots
going
of
to now,
empty lines.
yeah. So that brings me to a good point. I'm going to mute this top line. It is muted. You can see there. Sometimes Suno just puts stuff in. And so, for example, here's a guitar line, but if you look, there's no transients here except for one little section there.
It looks like someone plugged the guitar a couple times.
Right. We can listen to it. It auto saves, so it takes a second. Sometimes it's a little laggy. All right, we can listen to it. I'm going to solo it. Sorry. And we can hear what it does. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that's just
Don't
pure
we need
trash.
that in our track, you guys? It went. All right, awesome. Okay, so brings me to this. We are going to completely delete that track. We could mute it, but I don't even want it anymore. I'm going to delete it completely. That's going to help clear out our mix. And look, there's others. There's a woodwind. The heck is that? All right, let's play it. See what woodwind sound. You know, if it's important, we'll make it more important. But if it's not, we need to get rid of it. It went.
Wow.
Okay. Goodbye.
Just two random ones too.
We need the fart in there. Half that volume knob on studio. Yeah, absolutely. The one thing when you stem, you have to change the volume because it doesn't normalize, which is strange. And so you have to kind of remix it by ear after. All right, let's look at this.
And let me just, Dave, I don't mind. Excuse me. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I just wanted to
Yeah.
emphasize that point. Basically, what happens is when you go into studio, it maximizes the volume on every input that you're playing with. So you do have to go back on the back end and change your volume levels relative to each other and remaster yourself before you export it. Otherwise, the song will just be completely blown out. All right, Dave. Sorry about that.
No, I was underscoring with this little trumpet fart that's in here for no reason. All right, actually it's a saxophone, but we don't want it. I'm getting rid of it. Hey, here's another. I'm not even going to bother. We don't need strings. Delete it. Goodbye. Keyboard, this is not the piano part. We have that down there. All right, now we have some stuff. Let's play this and see what our mix sounds like now. It might sound noticeably different, then it might not. It will because we haven't done any of the mixing yet with these things. And we'll get to that in a second. But let's play it. Let's raw dog this thing and play it and see what we got.
Started with a listening party that night. Songs going on so tight, where we didn't know what we had started. After the first host had departed, Roy took over while it was still early in the night. Rolling band for after band for quite the sight. When it said just offer to take it from here, Roy said go for it with good cheer. In the world, didn't really matter. We had our friends hanging out together in the listening party that never ends.
Yeah, you see how the volume.
Okay, so as you can see, there's quite a noticeable difference because the pots were all equalized. I went through and just started digging some of the mix out because that bass was obnoxious and the drums were too loud. But
Hey, David.
Yep.
Can you do me a favor? Turn your output volume down just a little bit, please.
My output volume.
Yeah, on the
Yes.
stream.
Yep.
Oh no, not all the way.
No, I know, but that's what I got. Let's see. I'm gonna do it on Discord probably.
Yes, on Discord. Correct.
Yeah. Just a second. I have to get back to it. Oh, it's up there. Haha. Sorry about that if it was annoying you guys. Give me un momento. Okay. There. Voice settings. All right. Input volume down. Output volume down.
Yeah, just a little bit, about 20% down.
How's that?
That's better.
All right. And let me play some music.
Now you
That didn't
muted
sound
yourself.
like anything.
You gotta mute it on studio.
I gotta unmute it. What?
You muted it on studio.
In the listening party that never ends.
How's that as a level?
That's perfect.
Okay, great. All right. So while we're here, let me close my settings. We have a break. Any questions? Please raise your hand or do whatever they're asking, or just throw it in the chat if you don't want to talk. It's fine. Yeah, Blue Hermit. Blue Hermit should be here, yeah?
Lou,
There's no speaker. Okay, let's
did you have a
go.
question?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Sorry, I was figuring out how to unmute myself with this new layout. This may be getting ahead, but I was just curious, and I'll experiment on my own. But when you, has anyone, when you deleted like the trash stems,
Yeah.
and then has anyone gone through that process of deleting the trash stems, saving this as a new song, and then taking that new song back into the studio and extracting the stems? If you have you found that they've separated and found new stems? Because I've noticed, like in studio, like with my vocals, if I just listen to the vocals, it's not only vocals, I can hear like brass in there sometimes, or oboes
That's
or
right.
something. So I was just wondering if you repeat it over and over, do you get new stems?
Okay, that's a great question. This stuff, this digital music and this generation and regeneration and remixing, it's like using a Xerox machine. So if you make a copy, it's going to be slightly less quality than the original. So if you do a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, it's going to get more and more degraded. That holds true with remixes, remakes, covers, that kind of thing. Now, if we were to export this in this version, once we tidied up the mix and got it where it didn't sound like Who Shot Nelly, we exported it and then stemmed it. Suno is going to treat it like a brand new track, and it's not. It doesn't know, oh, there's a violin track. It says there's some energy happening in this frequency specifically. That must be a string. Or here, this transient's very small. It must be a drum. Stems always sound like stems. They don't sound like completed instruments because they were extracted from a mix. That's one of the most genius parts about Studio. You can now go in and do things like, if we heard, I want to find where that trumpet is. I'm going to pull that in, solo this synth here, see what that is. But we could turn that into sound a little bit more credible and realistic, right? That sounds like something that was extracted and they decided, oh, this is a synth. And if you play it all together, it's just going to be buried in the mix like a jigsaw puzzle piece, and from a distance you won't notice. But if you restructure it, it can be something useful and not just filler noise. So I'm going to select that, just that part there. I'm going to take it from synth call it a brass track, and say trumpet choir. All right, so now that'll give us some chords, hopefully, here. And just replace that. Now, the beautiful thing about this is it's not only going to replace it with something that's potentially usable. And remember, we can junk all this stuff. Look, this part here we can split and be done with it because it doesn't help the mix. It's just mess. It's just nothingness. So once this is generated, it's going to give us two versions. So you find those by pulling that little tab down here. Come on, show me my takes. There we go. And you have to mute them. I have the whole track soloed, so all we're going to hear is this. We have two versions. I'm going to play the first one. We'll see what that sounds like. Remember, we want something that was a little bit more trumpet-like. Okay, that's not bad. Let's listen to version 2 and see what it did with it. That sounds a little noisy. That's a little bit more aggressive. I like the first version better, so I'm going to select that. And then we're going to copy that into the main track. That's what it's going to be playing when we play this mix. Okay.
So, Dave,
Yes, sir?
my main concern was with the vocals because, I had a vision of during the choruses having basically our altos and above singing a repetition of the 81 hours, 48 minutes, 16
Yes.
seconds, while the lowers, the baritones, the mids, are singing the lyrics. So it kind of counters each other in rhythm with the song itself during the verses. So how would we achieve that?
Okay. Give me 1 second. I got to get where I can hear you. Okay. So we want to go into the background vocals and get that repetition part, right? Let's
Yeah.
find out where that's supposed to be. I'm going to solo this main track because I don't want to have to listen to the mix.
82 hours, 48 minutes and 16 seconds. 82 hours, 48 minutes and 16 seconds.
Okay.
All right, so
That
it
sounds a
has it
little
there.
weird. So what we can do is generate a whole new background vocal line.
I would think maybe slow it down and increase its pitch. What do you think?
82 hours, 48 minutes and 16 seconds. 82 hours, 48 minutes and 16 seconds.
Okay. So it's this part that you're talking about, Roy. Is that correct?
Yeah. I don't necessarily like that sound
Roy,
though.
you
I
must be
think it
muted,
needs to
my
be
friend.
higher.
I can hear you if you're speaking.
Pitch it up a little bit. And I also think we need to get rid of those
Roy, you're
unnatural
muted. I
pauses.
can't hear you if you're speaking, my friend.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I was muted. All right, so I would want to increase the pitch, and I also want to get rid of these unnatural pauses.
Yeah. So I think that we should just regenerate that whole background vocal part there.
Okay.
So I have it highlighted. And what we're going to do, now you see, if you can see the screen, we have kind of a track type, which is background vocals. That'll tell Suno kind of what we're looking for and give it, a head start. Then we have basically a style list. and then we have the lyrics. So I'm going to cheat, see, and ask, one sec. I'm going to ask chat, let's see, a choral ostinato with the lyrics. All right, give me the lyrics, exactly how it should be read. 82 hours.
No, hold on. It's 81 hours,
81
48
hours.
minutes, and 16
81
seconds.
hours, 48 minutes,
Hey, Whiskey, can you throw up that graphic?
and 16, yeah, just 1 second, seconds. All right.
Or if someone has the graphic with the time count on it, please throw it up so we can see it in the chat.
Oh, yeah, I do not have
There it
that
is.
graphic.
82 hours. Sorry, I was wrong. 82 hours, 48 minutes, and 16 seconds.
Okay. All right, so I've just asked chat real quick to help me write this little section here. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, this is nice. Okay. Put this in the lyrics. It's a little involved. I got you, but it's what we're looking for. Let's see. Copy.
Oh, it is
Chorus.
81 minutes. The graphic is wrong. Shit. Can you change that, David?
Did I? What is it?
It's 81 hours, not 82 hours.
I did do 81 hours.
Okay, gotcha.
81 hours, 48 minutes, and 16 seconds.
Whiskey got into his own product and threw up the wrong graphic.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So I'd like for everybody to see what I'm doing now. We have a part of that background chorus, that choir, that was singing jibber jabber. We selected it and we went down and said, okay, I want to replace this with a backing vocal.
Shit.
I want to use this style and I want to use these lyrics. So let's see what it did. We have our two versions. I'm going to solo this track. All right, and here's the first one. Okay, that's terrible. Let's use this one, see what it's got. Okay, I've got to fix it.
And I hate to do this to you, Dave, but it's
Yep.
actually 42 minutes, not 48 minutes.
42 minutes? Okay,
42
that's fine because I got it.
minutes.
42, that's all right because I've got to change this prompt.
Okay.
Needs to be sung and
This is interesting to see if Pseudo's going to be able to figure this out.
And all right, I am cheating by asking chat to help me with this a little bit, but
Hey, Dave, a good question
Yes, sir.
from chat. Blue Hermit's asking if the pitch adjustment, the up and down, the plus and minus on pitch adjustment, does that correlate with the vocal ranges? In other words, changing octaves
yes,
or scale steps, excuse me.
it is diatonic.
It is diatonic.
It is
Okay.
diatonic. Yeah. I don't think that's a half step. I think it's a whole. It's scalar, so it's going to keep it within the key. The only time I've used it thus far is for taking something down an octave. You know what I mean? All right.
Yeah.
So let's see. No.
Now you can desync the stems, right? I think you showed us that you could actually take them out of the grid, right, David?
Yes. Yes. What do you mean, just like deleting
No,
stuff?
no. Nephew Care D. Griffin brought up that it may not because it's baked in sync to the clock. So what I remember from last time was that you showed where you could actually move it out of snap, so it doesn't snap to grid.
Oh yeah, yeah. Off of the grid, you mean?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. 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 Just 1 second. There we go. There we go. Chat finally got its stuff together. Pardon me. We can
It's
still
okay.
catch
We
up.
don't have any advertisers to piss off.
All right, good. All right, I'm gonna recreate that again. Recreate that because those didn't work for me, and you can just keep doing and find a version that you like. Um, People say, "Oh, this is gonna burn lots of credits," and it does. But when you have this studio thing, you get 10,000 a month. I'm down to 7,500, and I've been composing my ass off. So
Uh-huh.
it's really not as bad as all that. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we got any closer here. I'm still learning too. So
It sounded like
I'm
it was
still
saying Home
learning.
Depot.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like Home Depot. We're not going to Home Depot.
That
All right, here we go. Or that might have been version. All right, let's go
was version 4.
42 minutes and 16 seconds. 42 minutes and 16 seconds.
Yeah,
42 minutes.
81 hours. Where's my
It's
81
missing
hours?
81 hours.
Not gonna get away with it.
81 hours, 42 minutes and 16 seconds. 81 hours, 42 minutes and 16 seconds. 81 hours, 42 minutes.
Okay, so that's
All right,
good.
that's closer.
We can play with that one. Let's see what these new versions sound like.
41 hours, 42 minutes and 16 seconds. 81 hours, 42 minutes and 16 seconds.
It stuttered. Let's see what this one does.
81 hours, 42 minutes and 16 seconds.
I like that one.
80 hours, 42 minutes and 16 seconds.
Watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna select it. I'm gonna duplicate it. That means I can take it now, put it in a new track, have it right there. So now we've got that one because I also liked this version, right? Didn't we like this one?
81 hours, 42 minutes and 16 seconds.
Now we can use both. See what I did?
Okay.
Now we can see if these work together. But I can't solo both of them at the same time. All right, so we have to just unleash it and see what happens.
81 hours, 42 minutes and 16 seconds. 81 hours, 42 minutes and 16 seconds. 81 hours, 42 minutes.
All right.
I love that.
So, there's some interesting things happening there.
Yeah, because it's kind of singing it in the round almost.
Yeah. I would move it around a little bit. Let's see. I might even.
But I would definitely want to reduce the volume to about maybe 50% on that one so it doesn't overwhelm. I want it more like of a background vocal.
All right, now take this way down, pan this one way over here, take this down, and pan this way over here.
So what are you adjusting now,
Keep
David?
that in the middle. So what I did is I made a third copy. And
Oh, so
I
that's the
panned them
individual and
along.
panning control. Excuse me, the volume and panning controls for each.
Volumes at the top, pans at the bottom. Yep.
Gotcha, and that's for each individual step.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to take this and make a cannon. I'm going to move it. Now look, if you line it up vertically, do you see how these entrances alternate?
Yeah.
You could draw a line from there to there to there to there to there, up to there and there. So this is going to make some sort of progression in time. We've got our beat up here, so we don't have to worry about it being in perfect time. It can float a little bit. So let's see what we got now.
To the march for one. 81 hours, 42 minutes and 16 seconds. 81 hours, 42 minutes. 82 hours, 42 minutes and 16 seconds. 81 hours, 42 minutes. 81 hours, 42 minutes.
All right, do you see
Wow.
what we did there?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool, right?
That definitely was.
All right. Any questions and any suggestions for our mix that we should do? Let's see. Get the...
And Bez, I'm
One
trusting
thing-
you to be paying attention to people who are raising their hands, right?
I am not.
No, Bez.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Hey,
I
Vicky.
showed you that. Yes, Bushman showed me
Vicky
that
has
last
joined
time
us
when
in
we
the
did that.
chat. So, hello, Vicky.
Someone's saying in the background, yes, almost a round. Yes, it is almost a round. It's a cannon, which is a round, basically. Okay. Good. I like the comments. Yes, the middle background vocal might need to be trimmed. It seems to run into the next section. You are correct. So let's get in there. I'm going to zoom it in. And we can just go. My God. Can you imagine if Mozart had this? Can you
Oh,
imagine
geez.
if fucking Bach had access to this where he could just say, oh, throw a cello line in there, whatever. My God, John Cage. Can you imagine what John Cage would do with this? Jesus. Okay. Let's see what we got. Now, I like what we did with our background vocals. Any other suggestions? Let's see. Let's look at these drums here. I'm going to sample. What's our timing like? Are we good to do another little example, Roy?
We have about 21 minutes left.
Okay, I'm just going. So when it gets to the time for me to stop, just hit me on the head with a coconut or something.
Dave, do we need to replicate those backup vocals for the other choruses?
No, because this acts as our bridge. This is our special little place, right?
Oh,
And then
okay.
it comes back to the chorus. This is like, this is the good stuff. You don't
Okay.
want to replicate that because it would waste its specialness. All right. Down here is your transport. See, I do not love this down here, and you can't nudge, which kind of sucks. But you can zoom out this way, which is interesting. If you want to see the whole thing, pull it that way. Okay. But, and now I've zoomed in way too far. Let's look at these drums and see what we got. All right, here we go. Okay, so you can hear it sounds like a stem. Those have been pulled out of a wave file just based on their envelope and signature, right? But they're mushy. It's a copy of a copy. Let's see if we can fix that. I'm going to select it. And I want to recreate it, but I actually just want to remix it. So I'm going to create that, or click that, and just do a remix on it. Now, if we look over in...
So you're basically remixing the entire stem?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So now it's taking that stem. We could have dragged and dropped it. Now it's taking that drum stem and it's throwing it here and we're all familiar, right? So let me get a nice, this is instrumental, and this is a solo drum. Anybody want to throw in on what kind of acoustic drums? I think we should do acoustic.
Uh, well, I mean, the band's makeup is your Allman Brothers, Leonard Skinner type. So what would they be?
Okay.
They would be using kind of soft heads, right?
Yeah. Rockabilly, southern rock drum set configuration. Be specific.
Now, the reason that he is being so descriptive in these stems is that you have 5,000 characters to play with. So you could go in there and really get down to granular details about the specifics of the sound that you want to be generated on that stem. It's a really very powerful feature. And
Mhm.
Dave, you would say this is unique, right? This is like the first time that this has really been a feature, right?
Yeah, and it's the first time I've seen it in any platform. So this is really bleeding edge. Not even leading edge. This is bleeding edge. And the work that we do here is setting up benchmarks for the future of this whole paradigm of generative composition. So it's really exciting. All right, I'm getting together a style list for this drum set that we want to use. I asked chat to be very specific. And since we have all this time, we're going to be putting it in just like normal. Advanced options, I'm going to say, I want nothing but drums in this. So I'm going to exclude anything but percussion. Let's see, here's our newly baked style list. Okay. As for an exclude list, so it is only drums, nothing else. All right.
And
I
I
like
just
to
want
do
to point
that
out
because
each and every
that's
stem is going to get its own style description that is completely independent from all other style descriptions, including the songs.
right. So I just put in, I'm going to take the weirdness down because we want expected results.
Hey,
The
David,
style influence is high and the audio
Dave,
influence is very high. Yes, sir.
would you mind turning up your volume on your mic, please?
On my mic.
Yes, sir.
Yes, how's that?
Can you turn it up a little bit more?
Probably. I don't want it to feed back. How's
Okay,
that?
that's perfect. You're good right now.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so we've got it in. I've got my weirdness down because we want some expected results. The style influence is high and the audio influence is very high because we want an exact replica. An exact replica. We want to cover this. Okay. Let me bring that up a little bit. And we're just going to create. Just like, can't create that. The tags created an artist named Elvis. Oh,
What?
no.
So, oh, you put Elvis in there? Oh.
Oh, why did it? Oh, stupid.
You
Redo the style list.
know Elvis is going to be copyrighted,
Of
protected
course,
like
it should be.
crazy.
It knows better. Chat
It's
GPT
funny
knows
though.
way
It
better.
allows you Allman Brothers without a problem.
Yeah, right? Let's see.
Yeah, don't
No
do Disney. Don't do
artist
Elvis. Don't do
named
Elton John.
at all
Eagles.
in
Eagles. You will
style
never get anything
list.
remotely Eagle-like.
Yeah, I even tried to do something where I was using an SATB choir, and it told me that, oh no, that is an artist
Oh,
name. It's
D.
like,
Griffin figured
artist
out how to break
named
the Eagles.
SATB.
All right,
That's dumb.
D. Griffin.
All
We're
right,
gonna have
well,
to talk about that another time, buddy. We'll take that discussion offline.
all right. Now I've fixed it, and we are getting some creations. Instrumental, yes, yes. All right. So I'm going to create some more. Now we operate the studio with the 1, 2, 3, 4 button. Currently 1 is open. I'm going to close 1. I'm going to open 2, which is my library. 3 is my timeline, and 4 is my info tab. So if you need more room. So right now, since we are auditioning, I'm going to close that timeline tab, but it's right here under 3. All right, here we go. Here's our first. Now remember, we're looking for drums that are authentic. Nothing but drums. See? It's not gonna work. Now, I'll show you how to fix it in a second. If we like it, we can fix it. Let's listen to some of these others. Sounds like guitar variant. Very guitar. Is that creation? Boy, I hate it. 81 hours, 42 minutes, and 60. As you can see, all the things that we generate end up in our workspace. They're still there. Every little thing that we've generated is there. You can always be right there. All right, now this one is working. Let's play some of these, see if it kept the guitar. I like this one the best. Bring that right in here. Close those and open that up. Okay. Now,
So,
see, here's
Dave,
what I don't
we've got about
understand.
11 minutes left. Do you think we can get this done in 11 minutes?
Well, yeah, because you could finish now, but I'm just showing different examples of what could be done.
Yeah, I'm not trying to rush you. I'm just wondering.
Oh yeah, sure. I got you. All right, so let's mute these drums here. I want to make sure that this is completely. You see how I just slid that up? You can drag them like that. I'm going to make sure that this is lined up here. It looks like it is. Let's see. Get a little closer. Don't be shy. All right. And if you control C, you can slide and glide things around. All right, looks like I have some things connected there, and they're falling basically where they should. Yes, do you see? Visually, you can just double check. All right, so I'm going to mute this one, and we'll play that one instead. I'm sure it's going to be loud as hell. Turn it down some.
Started with a listening party that night. Song going on so tight, where we didn't know what we had started. After the first host had departed, Royce and over while it was still early in the night. Rolling band for after band.
Probably what I would do is get the stems from this, which will be all kinds of stuff. And then I'm going to throw everything out that's not drums. So there's always a way. Now, we did not take a great deal of care here. We did, this was kind of a hack job because we're going quickly. And it's mostly about learning the concepts here and trying to create something. But this is an important thing to do. Make garbage. Make it. Make tons of it. Don't share it with anybody, but make it. And then do what Allen Ginsberg did and said, and kill your darlings. Those little projects and pieces that you can't get off your mind and they're finally finished and you want to show everyone. And once that's done, you've got to get them out of there and get back to creating, because the creation is much more important. The act of creation is much more important than the creation itself sometimes. Okay, I'm going to insert all of these stems that we just had. I'm going to take this and mute that because that's gross. We got FX, we got percussion, good. Get out of here.
That
Now,
that rockabilly bass line definitely did not work.
that's got to get out of there, right? I'm moving
Yeah.
bass, bip, 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 delete. Now we have drums and percussion instead. Let's try it.
Started with a listening party that night. Songs going on so tight, where we didn't know what we had started. After the first host had departed, Royce took over while it was still early in the night. Rolling bamper after bamper, quite the sight.
What is that bass line? It just sounds like it's someone fucking around with the bass that doesn't know what they're doing. Where's that? We gotta get rid of that. That's annoying. It's like all I can hear now.
Staff the host took on the duty to keep up the world's greatest party. The kids had one hell of a great
Editing that must be done. All this must be chopped up, taken out. This got to be gone through piece by piece. So, like I said, I hate to leave you with a piece that's half finished. Let's see if we can bring it home, at least.
Is it that yellow one?
This goes out to all the hosts who made this possible. Their contributions made this whole thing possible.
to the march for one. 81 hours, 42 minutes and 16 seconds. 81 hours, 42 minutes. 82 hours, 42 minutes and 16 seconds. 81 hours, 42 minutes.
But for the boss, Ghost, give a shout.
Okay. So I think the most successful editing that we did tonight was in this section. I think it worked okay. I think there's a lot of work that can be done in other places on this track. Obviously, we're here as an example, and we're here just to show different techniques. And, you know, of course it's not finished. We could export it, but it would sound just like it does.
And
Any questions before we move on to the listening section? I have just a few minutes. I'm looking through the chat. I love the movie Concussion. That guy's such a terrible dickhead in that movie. But
oh, you're talking about Whiplash
Whiplash, yeah. Oh my
concussion.
God. No, there is no.
That's
I
like the
think-
Japanese market name.
No, I think there is one called. Yeah, this is Whiplash, but there is a anyway. All right. So, any questions from anyone? Oh, you're welcome, Blue Hermit.
Remember to request to speak, and Mez can add you to our esteemed panel.
Okay. Well, I think that I have done as much damage to Pachelbel as I should be allowed by law to do. So, Roy, are you ready to start the LP?
Yeah, let me go ahead and share my screen.
All right. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and let him share his. All right. There we go. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Thank you for attending and for sitting through that demo. I promise you, we will have a polished, beautiful product for everyone's enjoyment. When Dave gets done working on it, he's got a lot of work to do on it. Uh, but I think it's going to be fantastic when it's done. So we're going to go ahead and roll into tonight's party. We're going to start off with a piece by Mr. Dr.
Oh,
Laban called The Elsewhere Room.
oh, we're gonna start with it. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Well, let me talk for a second about this piece before we start, because I wrote this piece for this moment. I wrote this piece for you guys, and for myself, and the piece needed to be born and all that stuff. But you guys are the reason. So I want you to come to listen to this piece in a very quiet space. If you can put on headphones, if you can get in front of some big speakers. This is my attempt at absolute music. Now, what I mean by that is music that does not necessarily have a story or a narration or a motive. It's not trying to talk to you about anything. It is music for music's sake. It is just form. So it's not programmatic music, like some, if the lyrics take you on a journey or tell you a story. The song might still do that. Absolute music, think, Bach, some of his stuff didn't have a narration. It was just polyphonic genius and all this writing. It doesn't mean that it doesn't take you places and it doesn't teach you things or tell you a story, but it leaves that completely up to you. There's no lyrics here. I purely want this song to lift your soul out of your body and float around for a little while. And I honestly, that was my goal for writing it. It's pure 70s psychedelic. So turn the lights down, get on some good earbuds, and just try to immerse yourself in it and see what it tells you.
All right, Dave, sounds good to me. Let's play it. Oh, shoot. Dave, I'm so sorry about that. I had Pack of Bells loaded up. Here we go. Dave, that was a work of absolute beauty, man.
Thank you
Awesome
very
job.
much.
Everyone, give it love. Go on Suno. Give it all the
Yeah,
upvotes.
please, that would be great. I just, I hope that the story that you told yourself was a good one.
Yeah, there were some kind of dirty stories going on in chat, so I don't know if
There
you want to watch,
was.
if you want to look at
You
those.
know that if the music stimulated that part of the psyche, I think that's interesting too.
It certainly did. All right, let's see.
Thanks, guys.
This is an artist I have not seen on here before. Heart Echoes. Is that someone who we're familiar with? Vicky, do you know? I'm gonna try calling them in. I love the name of the song. Remix this, and this reminds me back in the old days when CDs were first coming out. Rob Zombie had a disc that he put out as a compilation disc that was called "Steal This Disc." Did you ever hear about that one before, Dave? Did we lose Dave? All right.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm muted. Say
Ah,
that
so,
one more time, Roy.
I
God,
was
and
I
and
was
the
just
mute
saying that
button is such a toothy little thing to get on the PC too.
the
So
title reminds me of a old Rob Zombie CD compilation that was called "Steal This Disc."
yes, yes,
Oh,
with
that was some great music on
that
that.
song about bubblegum on it. What is it? What
Yeah,
is it?
a bunch just crazy. Rob
Oh,
Zombie.
bad, Rob. I just heard his new stuff. I won't be purchasing
I
it. It's just, have you heard it? His brand new stuff?
have not, no.
The chorus is just Satan, 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 Satan. Oh, Satan.
Nice. All right. Well, it
And
looks
I'm
like,
down with the arts, but I'm yeah, that you can keep that one.
unfortunately, it looks like our artist is not going to join us for this one, but let's go ahead and roll forward with the song. Remix this.
They say it's not real, just a machine, but they don't see the hours in between. Every lyric chosen, every note placed right, pouring out our hearts into the night. We're more than just the tools we use. We're artists with a message to diffuse. This is our art, our heart, our soul. Every track we make, we're in control. Real creators, a real passion, real dedication. AI music is our generation's creation. This is our art, and we're standing tall. Calling every remixer here to call. Stories that inspire, building hope from pain, lifting spirits higher. Not just pushing buttons, we're composing dreams. Nothing's ever simple as it seems. We put our souls in every single line, transforming sound into the divine. This is our heart, our soul. Every track we make, we're in control. Real creators, a real passion, real dedication. AI music is our generation's creation. This is our art, and we're standing tall. Calling every remixer here to call. To every skilled creator in the crowd, take this message, share it, make it loud. Yeah. Your remix is a statement, make it clear. We're legitimate artists, we're right here. This is our heart, standing tall, calling every remixer, hear the call. Blah, blah, blah. R plus O plus AI equals R. We've been artists from the very start. R plus O plus AI equals R. We've been artists from the very start. This is our craft. This is our art. This is our art. This is our art. This is our art.
Take up the challenge to remix that. That's badass. I might have to take up that challenge and remix that song. What do you think, Dave?
Absolutely. You know, and just as an example, for a week, I went on Hooks, you know, their little thing, and the first song that came up that said remix this, I did a remix and then published it under their thing. I did it for a week, just randos that I found, and the remixes were always like, "Oh, you did Memphis hip hop? Well, let's do some Balinese gamelan and."
Oh, jeez.
Or let's do some Gambian drumming for that. I always did kind of a opposite of what it really is, kind of remix about stuff, and it was an interesting exercise. So if you put this in the Hooks with that title, you're going to get 10 remixes of it. And probably some traction on their Hooks page.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna have to give it a shot. All right, next up is gonna be our friend Keela Sung with "Take It Off," a Taylor Swift
Oh.
parody.
Oh.
So, as this is a parody of a copyrighted song, unfortunately, it is not eligible for radio. However, we can and will enjoy it on the listening party. So, "Take It Off," a Taylor Swift parody, and is Keela here to talk about it, or
Yes,
should we
yes, they
just?
are.
Hi, Kai.
She wrote a song about her husband's big old ding dong.
Oh,
on her latest
lovely.
album. And I think that's pretty funny.
All right. Keela, you got anything more, or you just want us to go ahead and roll with it, buddy? Let's get it. Let's do it.
Oh, I like to dance out late. Got money on my brain. That's what people say. That's what people say. I fuck on the first date. I can't help it. I can't wait. At least that's what people say. That's what people say. That's what people say. But I keep going. Can't stop, won't stop showing. It's like I got this music in my mind saying I'm gonna strip all night. Cause the jobs are gonna pay. And the gooners gonna hate. Baby, I'm just gonna take. I take it off. I take it off. My titties gonna shake. And your heart's gonna break. Baby, I'm just gonna take. I take it off. Your meat you're gonna beat while you're squirming in your seat. And that's what they don't see. That's what they don't see. I'm stripping on my own. Before I hit the stage, I do a lot of blow. And that's what they don't know. That's what they don't know. But I keep going. Can't stop, won't stop showing. It's like I got this music in my mind saying I'm gonna strip all night. Cause the jobs are gonna pay. And the gooners gonna hate. Baby, I'm just gonna take. I take it off. Take it off. Take it off. You want me to take it off. Take it off. Sure, baby. I'll take it off for you.
Now we've got to hear Katy Perry's parody reaction song, Swish Swish.
Oh my God. Yeah. I have a feeling if that were to hit the radio, you'd be getting some phone calls. I love it though. Freaking hilarious. Take it off, off, off. Nice.
I love how you kept the form and the basic blueprint and skeleton of the original. So I could
Yeah,
hear it
definitely.
go
It
through
was
and
a
I was
close match,
singing
wasn't
it
it?
in my mind along with the parody, and I think that's a great mark of a parody.
Guys, go ahead and please give us some love in pseudo. Next up is going to be our friend Spiky from the UK. Spiky, would you like to get on the stage and speak, or are you going to type out? Up to you, my man.
I love Halloween surf rock. Rhoticism, pronunciations, intentionals. Yes. Cool.
I raised his hand for him. Spiky, are you with us, buddy?
Like a paraplegic. Stop hitting yourself.
I don't know. Maybe he's asleep at his keyboard or AFK because he's not typing either. All right. Well, they call me Frank. I heard this earlier.
Surf rock.
It's freaking hilarious. You guys are going to love this.
They call me Fwang, but that's not my name, man. I'm no monster, just a bit simple in the bowling pan. I don't like fire, well, not up close. And axes are an absolute no-no. I went to the cafe and people started screaming. I only wanted the Wi-Fi code I met so I could start streaming. What's wrong with people? I know I look odd, but you would too with so many stitches in your bod. They call me Fwonk, but that's not my name, man. I'm no monster, just a bit simple in the bowling pan. Why do they hate? Why do they jeer? Why do they come for me? Why am I here? This hate got me feeling real down. But I found my peace surfing on the beach when suddenly the silence is broken by some ungodly scream. The screaming gets louder and soon I have to run. Here comes the crowd to ruin my fun. They call me Fwonk, but that I'm no monster, just a bit simple in the bow and pan. They call me Fwonk. Fwonk.
Boy, that was really great. What I really love about surf rock is that it is considered proto-punk. So, you know, we think of punk rock, classic punk rock, as being born in the UK and then coming over to America, but it had a soft landing and there was already proto-punk being produced. Things like rockabilly and things like this. And so the punk rock scene landed really well. That's where you get all those classic American punk rock bands. This kind of reminded me of, oh God, was it The Descendants? Not The Descendants. Who did Ball and Chain? That sung Ball and Chain, that rockabilly thing. Not as far out as the Cramps in terms of rockabilly. Very listenable, very Halloween party, dance with the kids. I kind of like it a lot. But yeah, I would consider surf rock the precursor to punk in America.
That was way before Social Distortion.
And it is Social Distortion, yeah. Social Distortion reacted to it, but this, I could hear Social Distortion making a track like Frank there. If they were still around and they got a gig on the Disney Channel or whatever.
I mean, you're talking about the early '60s.
Social Distortion
frame.
is not early 60s.
No, Social Distortion is modern. I'm talking about the proto-punk is what time frame?
Proto-punk is 60s, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and this is 60s. This is right in there with the 60s. As you know, it's not psychedelic of San Francisco. It's more Venice Beach. It's surfing. It's California rockabilly.
Next up is
Okay.
our friend Kai Hanover with Last Sunset Flashback, which I believe was made with Wavemaker, DJ Wavemaker. Would you like to join us on stage and give us a little rundown, or totally up to you, Kai? If you want to raise your hand, raise your hand. Wavemaker gave you a sample. All right. Yeah, he does that a lot. I'll see him dropping samples in general chat from time to time. All right. Well, let's go ahead and give it a listen. Last Sunset Flashback, which was based off of a Wavemaker loop.
Poolside heat, Turkey sun is melting slow. 5 weeks deep, nowhere else I wanna go. That sin line drops, it hits me like a wave. One perfect moment every minute that I save. Salty hair, no shoes on the floor.
Spin around, coming back for more.
The beat is loud, the feeling is pure.
This is the moment that I'm trying to secure.
Yeah, you give me a last sunset flashback. The time is flying, there's no turning back. Neon lights on the palm trees, a blur in my mind. Best kind of memory, the one you leave behind. Yeah, I'm caught in the rhythm, it won't let me go. High energy, put on a show. The bass is heavy, the air is light and sweet. Every single person dancing to the beat. We made a promise under neon blue and red to keep this feeling living inside our head. Yeah, you give me a last sunset flashback. The time clouds fly and there's no turning back. Neon lights on the palm trees are blurring my mind. Best kind of memory, the one you leave behind. I'm caught in the rhythm, it won't let me go. High energy, put on a show.
Flashback mode, yeah, I'm back in the zone. Sunset go, got the heat in my phone. Poolside drip with the beat on blast. 5 weeks deep, wish the moment could last. Neon skies, we were living the dream. Palm trees lit like a movie scene. No rewind, just the vibe we keep. Last summer's fire, running wild and free.
I close my eyes and I can hear the sound of the waves and the drums all spinning around. It's fading now, but I won't let it slip. I've got this moment right here on my
Oh, Kai, that was how do you say very good at German? Bitches are hot as a sand. Nice. Sehr gut, sehr gut. Ja,
So
ja,
good.
sehr
Ah,
gut.
das good.
Ja, Papa. All right, man. That was wunderbar. That was a lot of fun, man. He's got me
It was
talking German.
Wonderbra. Guten Tag there, Kai. It was Wonderbra.
Wonderbra. It is rather late there in Germany right now, so Kai, we definitely appreciate you joining us. Talking about being late, guess
Mach
who's
schnell.
next? Our buddy Bushman.
That means hurry up. I know that much.
All right, Bushman, let's get you pulled up here. Negative space. Would you like to jump on stage and have a little chat? Is Bushman still with us? Oh no, looks like he popped off. All right, well, we'll go ahead and give it a play. Negative space by the Great Bushman.
The most important part of the bullet is the space inside.
Listen, I am the final product of perpetual subtraction. The ghost in the equation, the pivotal redaction. I walk through walls of memory, a spectral chain reaction. My only satisfaction is your baffled interaction. I'm a venomous, nebulous epistle that'll whistle through your gristle. A rhetorical dismissal. My purpose is a mystery wrapped in a brittle bit of crystal. My purpose is a portrait painted purely in reversal. A product of dispersal, a one-man rehearsal. I'm the king of this wasteland, or just a prisoner. The architect of shadows, a sinister visitor. I built this empty empire from the things I threw away, and I'm the only one who's forced to fucking stay. I'm the hollow point persona, a semicolon coma, a Catathrene vacancy, a volatile aroma. I'm the impact and the fracture, I'm the chapter that you skip. The venom on your tongue from a word you didn't let slip, that's me. I'm the crack in the foundation, the spirit of negation, a final declaration of your own annihilation. The tectonic plate that shifts and shakes the ground, the final fatal deafening resounding sound. I move without a motive, my inertia is my guide. I'm the place where all your confidence and arrogance collide. I'm the low frequency hum that you can feel deep down inside, the chilling sudden feeling that you got nowhere to hide. I see you. My methodologies are my career, modern psychology and odyssey of flawed cosmology. I pop a fucking paradox, I truck around the body that they fuck into a short fight. Speak in a pocket for my gospel is a glitch. Only difference between a throne and a ditch is the story that you pitch. So I bury my own story, left the vision black and white, I give the chilling darkness that illuminates the way. Like I'm the hollow point persona, a semicolon corner. I'm the pot to get through vacancy, a volatile aroma. I'm the impact and the fracture, I'm the chapter that you skip. The phantom on your tongue from a word you didn't let slip. Still me. From the crack in the foundation, the spirit, the negation, the final declaration of your own annihilation, the tectonic plate that shifts and shakes the ground. The final fatal deafening resounding sound. And maybe, just maybe, this empty space I occupy ain't a curse, but the canvas for a different kind of sky. Maybe the missing pieces were just weighing me down, and the heaviest thing you ever wear is a crown. Think about it. What if the only way to truly be free is to be an outline of the man you were supposed to be? So I stand here, a monument to absence, an echo chamber built for one, the perfect hollow weapon, and the war is never done. La da 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 da. This my lift.
All right. Got people popping up on cam, I see. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Give me a second. My fan on my laptop is causing it to buzz on the microphone. All right, Bushman's Negative Space. That was short but sweet. Since he's not here, I'm just going to go ahead and move forward to our next song, which is Zal Crow. Is Zal Crow with us?
There it is. Can you hear me?
Oh, there he is. Hey.
Hey. Yeah. So this was like supposed to sound like Mortal Kombat stuff, from TVT records back in the '90s. That was my goal. So hopefully it hits right.
Outstanding, man. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and give it a listen.
Take me deeper, deeper, deeper. Pull me under, make me a believer. Feel the bass line cut through the fever. In the glow where the shadows breathe. Lose control, I don't wanna leave. Echoes fall and the night gets sweeter. Take me deeper, deeper, deeper. Pull me under, make me a believer. Feel the bass line cut through the fever. In the glow where the shadows breathe. Lose control, I don't wanna leave. Echoes fall and the night gets sweeter. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Take me deeper, deeper, deeper. 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 And the night gets sweeter. Deeper. Deeper. Deeper, deeper. Turn it up, they can handle this heat. Security. Hey! Deeper. She's back up. Let her in. told me how to save myself. A power rising, I was not without help. Through the sin and scars we walk our passion. Words like glass, but the fire's our anthem. You don't control me, don't control me. Let me breathe inside the beat. Take me deeper, try to reach me. In the night gets sweeter.
All right, man. That was Deeper by Zal. Zal, awesome job, man. That was freaking beautifully done. Dave, what you got to say about that, bro?
That was great. Beautiful, fun track. Got into it. Chord progression was really good. And I always like that 90s kind of house music. So I was adding that keyboard layer from the 90s. And it kind of blended in well. I liked it. I love jamming along with your creations. So thank you. It was beautiful.
All right, next up in the queue is our buddy Dub Influencer with the W.O.W. song. Wow, I guess. Or W.O.W. W.O.W. Anyways, wow. Yeah. Whoa. Where's Joey? I want to see Joey sing wow. All right, Dub, are you here? I do not see a dub in the chat room or the audience, so therefore we shall play his song. Dub Influencers W.O. W.O.W. God damn it. W.O.W.
I move like that, type it in the chat, whole crowd I'm spinning. I'm the antithesis of Genesis. The fools are committing while they sitting there quitting. My spirit is fitting for fitting the bill with a will that's unremitting. I elevate the debate, and I levitate from the state of medicated through the triple in the deck. And I ace with the pace of the choke. I see my mind's a minefield. Every rhyme revealed as a sign wielded. My design shielded the grind, yielded a divine feel with time kneels. With a fine wielded, I'm a verbal surgeon. My words emerging, a surgeon surgeon. Diversion, averted, aversion, asserted. The current is burning so fervent. Like a phoenix from my ashes, I cash in my attic. Most static, my logic is magic. My path is emphatic, the math is fanatic. I'm axiomatic.
Yeah, this ain't no bread. Yeah, that's right, I move like that. Type it in the chat, whole crowd goes
They say what's up, I say sup, not a bowl of broth, just soul and growth. I'm superior to criteria, no interior of fear in my stroll, I'm a oath. I'm amphibious, the genius with the seamless schemes and the dreams of the beaming. I'm redeeming the meaning, no demeaning, I'm gleaming and they screaming to see. And I'm the main fool who breaks every chain rule, rain cool with a brain tool that makes others wail and flail. And I'm failing, fail to fail, to dale, I prevail, no fail. I inhale the gale and exhale a trail of pure skill, a thrill that will fill every hill and every veil. I'm kinetic, my aesthetic is synthetic, a rhetoric that's prophetic. My pathetic competitors get it like cattle, then separate by metal, no pedal to metal, just settle for less a battle. Trumpet the preachers, I'm clenching my fist, no pretense in the bliss of this distance, just hits like a miss of this bliss, every fib and every myth. This ain't just a cipher, it's a cipher, a fire, a desire that's higher. I inspire, I acquire, no retire, just wire my mind with the lyrical fire. I ignite the night, my inside is bright, no fright, just pure might. Every line I recite is a light in a fight. Put your hands in the air if you feel this tonight. Yeah, yeah. Only win it. You know the motto, huh? This ain't no rap. Ain't no wild type. In here, that's right. I move like that. Type it in the chat. Whole crowd goes wild.
Dave, we saw you going crazy over there.
Yeah, I've kind of been under the weather in the sick bed all day. That's why I look like shit. But I'm getting my practice in jamming along with this stuff, so that's good.
To say it must be good. Dave's breaking into a sweat.
Well, you know, if you can find an opportunity to get into the flow state in some way, at least once a day, it's going to do your mental health really, really good. Mine just happens to be performing on the piano, but it can really be anything. As long as you can get to a place where you can just forget yourself for a little while, it's amazingly healing. So, yep, that's it for me.
That's some great life advice right there, David. Air piano works. Air drums, air piano, air guitar. Just get moving, baby.
I'm really about escapism tonight, which is interesting. I don't know.
All right. This is a new artist for me. I haven't seen this artist before. John R. Hoping that they're in the audience. Let's see. Nope. Doesn't look like it. All right. Thank you, Vicky. Go get him. Get him. All right. So we'll go ahead and give this a roll. This is Ignite by a new artist, to me at least, named John R.
Roads fold back like paper cranes, lines on my hands, map tidal lanes. I press my ear to the city's
like canvas tight, light bleeds through, ignite, ignite, ignite. I see the summit at the threshold. Step through, the ridge is humming in my chest cold. Breakthrough, breakthrough, oh. If every street becomes a switchback, I'll run the edge, I won't look back. I see the summit at the threshold. Let all the doors unfold. Let all the doors unfold. Let all the doors unfold.
Right, that was beautiful. Something I just noticed is it appears that Mr. John R. might be fairly new to the to Suno. Has 0 followers, so I'm gonna give them a follow, and I would love it if a bunch of you guys can give them a follow and go like his music and give him some love. Welcome him to the AI Underground because if is an indication of what they are capable of, they are definitely going to be a most welcome member of this community. So, John R., welcome, John the Revelator. Nice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, please go give them some love. Give them lots and lots and lots of love, follows, likes, everything. All right? Okay. So, great job by John R., John the Revelator, which reminds me of a Dave Matthews song called John the Reveler, but Revelator and Reveler are two different things. All right. We are going to move on to my song. All right. So, Dave, this is a song about your favorite person, the Karen. And this was kind of a challenge from General Chat. Basically, I told him I was going to write a Karen song, and then I asked General Chat to give me 3 genres. They gave me bubblegum pop. Hold on a second. Bubblegum pop and chaotic glitch. So this is going to be a very interesting combination.
Chaotic glitch. Well,
Yes, sir.
listen, I don't care for people like you're describing, but I am currently lighting a Trader Joe's Honeycrisp apple candle, which
Ah.
is like the most basic bitch thing I could possibly be doing. So I can't be hypocritical. Just don't be a troublesome person. You can be basic, I guess.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and give it a listen. This is the Karen song by me.
K is for no, A is for annoying, I is for revolting, E is for no, nothing. Karen, shut the hell up for a little while. Shut the outrage and learn how to smile. Life's much harder when you live it this way. Outrage and constant dismay. Outrage and constant dismay. In the merchant lane, monster dinner. Their anger pulling at a simmer. The manager ran to hide as his only measure. He couldn't take the pressure. Her eyes shined with an evil glimmer. Could you be any dimmer? You are here for my pleasure. Don't you know I'm a some kind of anger trance. Outrage and constant dismay. Outrage and constant dismay. Duh.
All right. Would you like to see the manager, Dave?
I would. You know, no, I am a Google guide, and I've been doing that down here in South Florida for a long, long, long time. But I only do mom and pop shops, and I only leave good reviews. So that's about as close as I get to being a Karen. I try to use my powers for good, even though they mostly have pretty cool, pretty sweet haircuts.
All I gotta say is if you are a mom and a dad and you've had a kid in the last 5 years and you're naming them Karen, Siri, or Alexa, you're an asshole.
Oh, I have a cousin named Karen, and she is the sweetest, most non-obnoxious person you ever want to know. She's like
Oh
a
Lord.
fucking school nurse at an elementary school, something. I mean, like a genuinely good person, and it's just unfortunate. I'm sure somewhere there was a bitchy Karen that got called out, and it just fucked up the name for everybody.
Yeah. It started with one and then it just rolled downhill.
Yes.
It is a beautiful name, Sabrina. You're absolutely right. It's biblical too. So it's like, damn, couldn't we have
Yeah.
chosen a name like, I don't know, I don't want to offend someone, so I'm not going to throw a name out there because the one person who has that name is going to be like, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
All right, Metaverse Slim. Could someone shout out Metaverse Slim and see if they can join us in here? This is another new name for me. I'm sure it's probably someone who's published before, but I don't recognize the name. Do you, Dave?
I don't know. Put it in the. I think I do. I think I recognize him from that song contest.
Oh, Bama Slim. Okay, this is actually a friend of G Man's.
But just by name, not the music. I want to encourage everyone to go over and vote because there's a lot of AIU people represented in the qualifiers, and there's a shit ton of songs there. And but you can vote often with many points and spread them around. I don't know. Somebody please put up the link to that song contest that's going
Yeah,
on
that's
over on
the
the other
Mob
server.
Vision
Roy, can you
contest.
talk a little bit more about it?
There,
What
there's a
it was?
few. There's a. I'm sorry, I've just muted myself to say that. That's what Dave is referring to as the Mob Vision contest. It's kind of like a take of the Eurovision the Eurovision Song Contest. That everyone who's participating represents a country or region, and we all are supposed to submit up to 10 songs, and then we battle each other. Dave is a qualifier. I'm a qualifier. Dunn is a qualifier. Bushman. There's several members of the AIU community who are within there, so please go to the Mod Vision
Lots of people.
server.
Do some digging. Voting system a little confusing, but that's me.
It is. It's pretty darn confusing, but it makes sense once you
But
figure it out.
just because they have so many people.
All right, guys. So we're gonna roll on to this song. It can't be just me. X Factor by
I'm Vermont
Metaverse
from my
Slim,
younger
otherwise
region.
known as Bama Slim. G Man's Boa. So are you here, and would you like to get on stage? I see you, Bama. Do you want to get on stage, or do you just want to type?
He's here.
Oh, out and about. Gotcha,
He's out
brother.
and about.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna go ahead and roll forward.
Nah, it ain't just me. You tell your story like I'm the villain, but you was throwing daggers with a satin grin. Let's talk about it. You say I hurt you, left your soul in shambles, but you play sweet with a heart full of scandals. Talking about love like you walked it pure, but you was gaslighting me through every door. Told me I was cold, told me I was gone, but baby you was gone before I did wrong. Posted pain like I was built for sin, but you was scrolling while I was letting you in. Late night moans, but your heart went quiet. You screamed real love, but you moved in silence. Can't act like your hands stay clean. You bled on me too, baby, don't be mean. It can't be just me that broke this thing down. You cried like rain, but girl, you drowned. We both had ghosts in the bed we made. You just painted yours in a softer shade. It can't be just me. It can't be just me. Can't be just me. Who walked away slow. Walked away slow. You played sweet dreams while I begged you don't go. But now I'm the demon in your sweet songs keep. Tell the truth, baby, it can't be just me. Yeah, let's talk real. We was toxic in rotation. Great head, good sex, bad communication. You left notes like you was out the door, but you came back wet like you needed more. You say you cried, but I bled in quiet. I smiled through war while your love stayed private. Said you ain't cheap, but you flirted with distance. Talking about God, but blocking repentance. I ain't perfect, I talk sharp, I straight, but you threw love like a game you play. You want closure, but keep the key. Like I ain't out here fighting for my own peace. I know I ain't clean, but girl, you ain't crystal. Yeah. We both cracked, but I ain't the only one throwing glass. And baby, I still loved your mess. It can't be just me, left holding regret. You don't really, you wore red lips, but we both sorry. Sing like a saint in a sorrow key. But baby girl, it can't be just me. It can't be just me that made this love fall. We both hit walls, we both made calls. If I'm the ghost in your melody, look in the mirror, yeah, it can't be just me.
Bama, 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 bama. That was a bama, bama. I know you're out and about, so you can't talk, but just received the compliments, brother. Great job. Really, really nice. Beautiful, funky beat. I love it. I'm a big fan of funk. I'm a big bass guy. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right off the boat, immediately, you caught my attention. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for submitting. Go get that one on the radio, brother. All right. So, the song that started it all for us today, we were Dave and I were chatting, and NT, as Keeks would call him, dropped this song "Canon in D," which is a hard rock version of Taco Bell's Canon. Reminds me tremendously of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, which is one of my favorites. If you guys aren't familiar with them, look them up. Really incredible stuff. Anyways, NT, are you here with us? Would you like to say anything? I don't see them. No, they're not in chat. All right, guys, well, we'll go ahead and give it a listen. Now I'm sure you all can see why I was inspired as soon as I heard that. I was like, change of plans. We got to work with this because that's just beautiful. Dave, do you got anything to say?
I'm sorry, say again, please. Do I have what now?
I was asking if you have anything you'd like to say about that version of Canon D.
The Canon D. Oh, it's beautiful. We worked very diligently there this afternoon to get that done, and I'm trying to put up the Trans-Siberian Orchestra version in the chat. They call it Christmas Canon.
Oh yeah, that was, you know what? That's funny because that was the version that came to my mind was the choral version with oh yeah. Guys, this is one of the most beautiful pieces of music you'll ever hear. All right. So we can't play it on the air because it'll get us muted. So whoever's playing it, Dave, is that you?
Yeah.
You got to stop it, man, because they'll throw us out. All right.
Okay,
Well, they
I'm
won't throw
sorry.
us out
That was
live, but
unmuted.
they'll cut it out of our rebroadcast.
Yeah,
All right.
sorry.
So next, Ichigo Hollow Idols. Ichigo, I know you're here. Would you like to jump on stage and chat with us a little bit about this song, or are you going to be shy and type? All right.
Hello, hello. So I just want to say it's a song that will break your computer. And that's it. It's an emo rap.
This breaks my computer, Ichigo. So help me.
There
All right,
are
enjoy.
various artists that break Roy's computer. It's not that hard.
All right. Let's give it a listen.
Yo, check the acoustics. The room is quiet, but the mind's loud. Got a spotlight on the ceiling, but it only shines on the shroud. The old patterns feel like blankets now. A familiar heavy coat, a quarter century in. This is the only narrative I've ever sold. They keep preaching, just breathe, man. Count the gold you've been given. But the comfort of the struggle is the only way I've been living. I'm resistant. I push the new light away. I keep my distance, cause this familiar pressure is my most reliable coexistence. I keep the blinds drawn, afraid of what the clarity might expose. A brand new man with a smile. I don't know the path that story goes. I'm the architect of my own prison, the guard at the gate. And the hardest part of freedom is facing the unknown way. I could take the key, it's right here in my clenched fist. But the thought of simple peace just makes me feel dismissed. It's like my soul is wired to the static, to the low frequency hum. I don't know where I'm going, but I know where I'm from. And the truth is, I wanna climb out, but I can't find the road. Cause I'm too used to this darkness. I'm terrified of hope. I keep living in the echo, the familiar stinging pain. I just can't shake the feeling that a stable life is insane. They tell me let the old you decay, let the baggage unwind, but I can't picture the person I become if I leave this behind. I just can't fathom, no, I just can't envision who I'd be if I wasn't constantly living with this friction. I got a mental ledger, years of failures written in deep red. Every single lapse a monument constructed inside my head. I treat any success like a fluke, a momentary trick of the light, waiting for the ceiling to shatter and plunge me back into the fight. You observe the surface, the public progress, the changes I've claimed, but I still sabotage in case the familiar self-offering is tamed. It's a bizarre dependency on the drain, this need to always strive. Feeling like a fake if I'm not battling just to stay alive. I'm telling myself that I'm trying, that I'm fighting, that I'm on a righteous crusade. But maybe I'm just stalling, hiding from the final solution I made. I'm so proud of my scars, they prove I can endure the pain. But I haven't learned to function without the relentless rain. I built my existence around the shadow, I gave the darkness a throne. And now the only real fear is what happens if I wake up alone. And the truth is, I wanna climb out, but I can't find the road. Cause I'm too used to this darkness. I'm terrified of hope. I keep living in the echo, the familiar stinging pain. I just can't shake the feeling that a stable life is insane. They tell me let the old you decay, let the baggage unwind, but I can't picture the person I become if I leave this behind. I just can't fathom, no, I just can't envision who I'd be if I wasn't constantly living with this friction. Yeah, who would I be, man? I honestly, I don't know the answer.
Guess what happened? Ichigo, man. Yes. All right, guys, give me a minute. David, if you don't mind entertaining for a couple seconds, I just need to reboot my web browser.
Every time, bro.
Every damn time, Ichigo. I don't know what it is. I think you have like some special hacker code going on in the background or something.
Uses a lot of the pentatonics who are in B minor there. So basically just that again and again and again. And very, very effective. Because when you have a minimalist chord progression like that, it gives more credence to the words. And in this song, those are very, very important. So now you have, because that constant repetition, 3 simple chords, same again and again, becomes meditative, becomes the foundation, starts to disappear in your ear, making room for the story and for the lyrics. So in this case, it worked really, really well. And it broke Roy's laptop. Again,
Yeah,
not a
as
high
usual.
benchmark, not a banning winner, a banner winning achievement, but notable.
It's every time, Dave. I swear. I don't know what's up.
Yeah. Well,
All right. Next up is Breezy, Chelsea
Oh, I've
Hotel.
been to the Chelsea Hotel. Oh, that was like a bucket list spot for me. And I
Nice.
went to New York for the first time to see a grandchild about 2 years ago.
Breezy
the
is
Chelsea
otherwise
Hotel.
known as Sabrina Ray, and she is wanting to speak. So let's get her on.
All right. I have a picture of myself outside the Chelsea. A lot of crazy shit happened in that place.
Hello, Sabrina. All right, we see you on cam. You want to unmute your mic?
Sorry. I
No
got
problem.
you. I'm good.
All right,
Okay.
so the
There's a
Chelsea
lot to talk
Hotel.
about with this one.
So this sounds like
Uh,
a great place to go stay at. The rich and the famous and the powerful go there.
I've absolutely never stayed in the Chelsea Hotel, but my friend was at the venue across the street doing some kind of like meet and greet live podcast thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Uh,
Okay.
hundreds of people just gathered and making me feel small. And I had so much time because I wasn't like a fan. I wasn't there as a fan. I was there as a friend. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna make a song because I'm feeling some feels. So I was writing in my journal. I
So
actually had like a pen and paper journal then.
is your friend a name that we would recognize instantly?
I won't say it, but yeah, probably. Um,
Nice, cool.
and I was just noticing like little stories happening around me. And I remember listening to you guys talk in the previous part today where you guys were going over your plan for canon in D minor or D. And I noticed that you were talking about how you write lyrics, and how I write lyrics is kind of just like, you know, just living
Yes.
and having interesting experiences.
Well, and
Like if you're just
definitely.
sitting at your computer and doing it, you can do it with like deep dives and stuff with the internet. It's cool, but like there's a lyric in this about like this couple that was sitting nearby me while I was trying to write, and like they were so distracting. They were so into each other, and it reminded me of past relationships. And I just noticed that she was chewing bubble gum the whole time, and it just made me laugh. And like it's those sort of details I think that sort of like bring those things to life. So this song is actually a cover of my like original like just clapping and slapping my knees until they're like bruised. Uh vocal performance that I did live while I was on the streets of New York. I won't
Wow.
share it because it's terrible, but yeah.
A little Joni Mitchell style there, you know. She did a lot of those very simple hand claps and knee stops. Uh, Dave, what is that form of songwriting where you're kind of observing life and writing about it? I know there's a term for it. It just is escaping me right now.
Observational songwriting, storyteller, singer songwriter.
There's a certain term for it. I just can't think of it, but that's okay. I guess it'll come to us.
Observational, I mean, it's very, I don't know, almost stream of consciousness, but that's a jazz term, but just immediately without a filter from the consciousness to the paper, you know, makes it very visceral, very real, because you actually experienced it. You're not describing an experience that you haven't lived yourself. So,
All right.
I'm
Well,
looking
let's
forward to
go
hearing it.
ahead and give it a listen. Thank you so much for your submission.
You should get a real job. I would, but random asshole on the street is already taken, bitch. This is called Thoughts from outside the Chelsea Hotel, where I'm pretty sure really interesting things happen to people who are not me. Chelsea Hotel for short. They're taking down signs outside the Chelsea Hotel. I got friends who are making waves while I'm here sitting still. I arrived early but too late for more than the back of your head. Fleeing in a taxi cab, how lame is that? I wish you never left. On the other side of the column, it's like a damn rom-com. He'll hold her like she's gonna crumble while she's chewing bubble gum. But I believed every second of them, as if it was us. I mean, I wish it could be, but the city seems so empty, with none of your charms to fill the void. I'm scratching and losing lotto tickets, because winning without you, the city seems so empty, with none of your charms to fill the void. I'm scratching and losing lotto tickets, because without you winning brings me no joy. I was never the gambling type. But hold up, let's back up now. We had some good times too. Outside a show to just let out so many glimmers, casting spells of their alpha bus melting down. I was startled by the lightning flash, your arm as it shot out as if to shelter me from electricity. So I directed current to your mouth from my mouth. The city seems so full of life when every step was a musical. Our voices in perfect harmony as the pizza rats dance to and fro. But then you had to go and get famous. Internet famous, but all the same.
Sorry about that. I was trying to look up the term and I got caught. Sorry, guys. I was trying to look up that term that I was trying to find and I got caught there. So, beautifully
I
done.
really,
That really
really,
was very, very, very well
really
written.
like that. I like the naturalness of the voice, and I'm wondering how much of voice you uploaded. It was your own. It was so wonderfully natural. And if AI reproduced that, that's an amazing accomplishment. I really, really enjoyed the songwriting. It's very slice of life. I'm searching for the word like Roy is too, but it does take you to a very specific time.
Yeah,
and
specific time and place.
And puts you there and says, look, this is what I am experiencing here now. Share this with me. And that was very effective.
So, Sabrina,
Thanks.
was that your own vocals?
No. No, I'm
Well,
all croaky and weird.
but
I'm
you
like a
did it.
character voice.
You really did a
It
good
took my
job.
vocals.
You really
It
did a
took
good
exactly
job
what I sang. Yeah.
with the emotions of it. You know, I'm saying it's like you kind of felt that sardonic, sarcastic edge to the voice. If you understand
Yeah,
what
I
I
try
mean by
to.
that, it really does carry over in the song. So I imagine that was an intention of your character sketch, right?
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely. And I obviously I had all of the vocal parts down except I accidentally doubled one of the choruses, and then I heard it and I was like, "Wait a second, it should be doubled." It's like
yeah.
the AI like saw my mistake and was like, "Well, this is kind of cool. What if I did this instead?"
Well,
And then I heard it back and I was like, "This is great."
As Bob Ross used to say, there's only happy accidents.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
Talking about Bob
that's one of
Ross,
the first things I had to learn as a composer when I was learning to really like formally learn to write. I wanted to shove every idea I had into one little 8-bar measure. And I finally had a teacher go like, "Okay, take your viola line. See those 4 notes there? Make that last for at least 64 measures with the entire orchestra. Then we'll start talking about the rest of what you've written here, because it's so concentrated and everything is just crushed into one small spot. You have to allow it to breathe, and you can only do that by developing smaller sections within the larger picture. So allowing it to, copying it, saying, look, this is good. It felt good to hear it. I don't want to move on. I want to hear it again, and allowing it to do its work sonically. That's a very compositional thing to do. So I love hearing that.
Thank you so much for playing it. Thank you for your
outstanding
thoughts.
job, Sabrina. Welcome aboard. I know this is one of your first songs that we played, right?
I think you played one of my other songs once on this particular show, but I'm not sure which one it was. It might have been a very similar one that I wrote. And I always show people these songs when they're in their like nascent form, and they're always like, "What is this?" They can't hear it. What's really cool about using Suno AI or any AI program to produce these is that I've always tried to make these songs with other people too. It's just that at some point the vision starts to splinter and go in the wrong direction. So I'm really grateful that it can present me an idea of what I heard in my head.
That's really what I love about Sudo is that it really makes it easier for us to kind of take that vision and put it into a high quality demo where we can go ahead and communicate that vision. I don't hold out to be a musician. I am not a musician like David is. I am a songwriter. But this gives me the opportunity to say, hey, I could write a poem and I show that poem to all my friends and family, and they'll just look at it and be like, "Oh, that's nice." But then if I could take that poem and put it to a tune that catches their attention and makes them and compels them to want to hear it more, well, then it's a song, and I'm going to get a lot more attention from it, from them and other people. So, hey, it's
Yeah.
it's a wonderful new tool, and thank you very much for submitting your song. It was very, very fun and interesting. I have a song called "Wait in the Train Station" that you might enjoy. That's very similar.
I'll check it out. Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much, Sabrina. All right. Next up, we've got Root and Rise with another newer member, Chat Matt. If oh, good. Hello, Chat Matt. Inviting you to speak. Come on up. Come on down. You're the next
Hello.
contestant. Hello, Chad. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Excellent.
Hello, good to hear from you.
So, welcome. Is this your first listening show?
It is, yes.
Oh, well, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to the server. How did you find us?
I was actually recommended by another member, and yesterday morning, I think it was. And I'm quite active in the Suno server, so I thought I'd dive headfirst in this one.
Well, fantastic.
Brilliant,
Well, welcome aboard.
brilliant.
Your accent
Thank you.
is rather British or Australian or Canadian. So, well, it's definitely not Canadian, but where
It's
where are you
British,
from?
yeah.
It's
Where-
British.
well, thank you so much for staying up so late with us. I know it is very, very late in the
Oh, it
UK
was,
right now.
yeah, certainly quite late.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm off work this week, and I've got nothing better to do.
Outstanding. All right, Dave, are you looking at this at this this prompting out here?
Okay, let's see.
I've actually
Yeah,
cut
let
down a
me
lot
put
of it
in
as
the
well.
chat. So, what can you tell us about the song here, Chat Matt?
So since version 3, I've kind of been like flying the flag for rock and metal, but since the newer versions kind of react quite well to like modes and kind of primary chords and things like that in the metadata in the verses, I've really been branching out to other genres. And I tend to go for songs that kind of invoke a feeling. So this one's more about self-reflection. I think it turned out okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at the prompt now. Interesting. Chill wave, we love that here. Chill out. What I do see is IDM. Is everybody familiar with that term here? IDM, that's called intelligent dance music. And so it's kind of the prog rock of EDM. It's going to be more structured. It's going to be more formulaic. It's going to be more, it's more for listening than dancing. Think lo-fi beats for studying with Lo-Fi Girl. They play a lot of IDM there. Reflective alt, soul, soft indie, electronic, chill. I see chill like 10 times in this prompt. I am ready to chill. All right, and we're looking at C. C Aeolian, so that's a minor scale. Yep. Minor direction. Rise to F, the fourth and the fifth for the minor fall and the major lift. E flat, progression, fluid movement for C. Okay, so
I tried to keep it a little basic to give it that nice smooth.
You're going for a major 4 here, out of the key. That'll be interesting. G minor, and that's going to give it a very fantasy. So typically in C minor, we would go C minor to F minor. But his progression goes to E flat, to F, major, G minor, A flat, E flat, back to 1. Now what's interesting about it is that he goes from that E flat, so 1 to a 3, and then it should go to an F minor, and then to a G major. But he swapped them. He has an F major and a G minor. So that's going to give it that modal kind of fantasy sound with that major 4 there. And even though he's in the minor key, he's dealing with all major chords here. E flat, B flat, A flat, F. Just the G minor, which typically in the key should be G major. So it's going to sound fantastic because the harmonic language is flipped on its head. All right, let's hear this thing.
All right, man. Let's give it a listen.
I hope you like it.
I've been talking to the trees again. They said the wind remembers names. I carved my hope in the bark one spring. Now moss is laying the same. Raindrops writing cursive lines across the pages of my skin. Every scar I tried to hide, just let the sunlight in. The roots don't rush, they know their ground. They teach the sky to wait. I found my peace in growing slow and calling it my fate. still loves her glow. They take turns being whole. That's something I should know. I've been growing through the cracks, where life pretends it's done. Even stones can learn to bloom if they remember where they're from. Photosynthesis, my pain, turn the hurt to light again. What I bury, what I tend, both will bloom before the end. So I root, I rise, I keep becoming. Every stone's a kind of humming. Nature speaks, I've learned her timing. She says, grow slow, you still
So, Dave, I find it interesting that you
Yeah.
said that it played in the wrong key.
Well, it was just a different chord progression. Like that song was in D flat major.
Hold on a second.
So yeah, those three chords, which interesting. I mean, it made the B flat chord minor, which kind of gave it that modal thing. But other than that, I really long for the day when Suno can take very didactic instructions like that. The only way I know now to get something so complex in there would actually probably to play the scale in on a solo instrument, even with some cuts and techniques, and then maybe play the chord progression on a piano. Record that, use that as your sample.
Is there such a thing as an AI that could actually read and transpose music, or is that beyond?
Yes. Yeah, so we use Suno, which is a transformer model. Some people use Producer AI, which is a diffusion model. But then there's another model called Avia, AVIA, that is a symbolic model, and it generates MIDI data. And with that, you can be much more specific, and you can lay out exacting harmonic requirements, and it kicks out and generates on the fly in sections for you. So you can like say, okay, write the piano part here for the chorus, give it a description, and it generates not audio, but MIDI. And then that MIDI has to go through some sort of synthesizer. Suno went to the MIDI side the other way. It generated audio first and then broke that audio into a MIDI file. But Avia generates MIDI using prompting. It's pretty interesting. I didn't get a lot out of it. Anything that was interesting that I got out of it, I would have just exported and thrown it into Suno anyway. So, but it is a fun way to compose, and you can go in there and be very exact. It's like a MIDI piano roll, if you're familiar with how those look.
Yeah, exactly. Like one of those old player pianos that they had back in the Old West.
I'll put the link in the chat.
All right, Duty, you are the last, and it is the Hot Potato song. Would you like to get up here on stage and tell the story? Come on up, brother. All right, Duty, you gotta unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm just first time using the Spaces thing. How does it? Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Word. So yeah, this was all thanks to Incendious, who's I believe awake now. Finally, we're talking in DMs, but he was doing the Neverending LP, and I just asked him if I could try this new game that I came up with called Hot Potato. And this is the resulting Hot Potato, but how the game works is basically you just throw a song out, and anyone who wants to play would say Hot Potato in chat, and you kind of just create a list of all the names. The first person who is on the list would generate a new song while the next song is playing in a listening party. They have till the end of that song to finish their generation, and they have to post it in chat before the end of the next song. That's why it's a Hot Potato. And then you just kind of go through, you listen to that next one after that song is over, and kind of go back and forth between what's on the listening party and the Hot Potatoes. And Incendious was really gracious to kind of just do this on the fly because I made it up. I made it up as I went. I didn't really know how it would work. But yeah, this is the resulting generation after it went to, I think, Blackjack, Glass Foxes, and Mima, I think were the three that did it according to the rules. And then we had a couple people that were just like really interested after it was over, and they're included on the playlist for this first time that we did it.
All right.
That being said, I talked so much already, so
That sounds really badass. I would love to do that. We've got to organize.
it was fun.
We've got to organize the like, all right, that's what we're doing on this date. We draw numbers, we start the chain, and let's go. And put up or shut up. I love that.
Well,
yeah, and you can't start until the song starts on any of your generations of the next song. So like it really makes you kind of hopefully, you'd have to do something differently than you've ever done it before is what it makes you do. So if you're an perfectionist, it will break your perfectionism to get that song out before you've heard it all,
That is brilliant. Brilliant. I would love to take part in that. You got to let us know when you organize that.
Oh, Dave, why don't we do that for one of our shows?
Oh, we definitely could.
Certainly. Go right
do it
ahead.
on a Monday, for sure. We'll get all the composers in here because these guys know their shit and they could pump out generations quick.
Yep.
So, awesome.
It'll be fun to watch.
Oh,
All right. And of course, Nitty, you're going to have to participate and lead the way.
I'm in. I'm down.
All right, brother. All right. So we'll figure out which show, maybe next week's or the week after, but we will definitely do it soon. All right. So this is the results of this occurred, I guess was somewhere in the 50s during the infamous 81 hour 42 minute
Yeah, I think
16 second.
it was like the 60-something hour. It was right before that you came on, like a couple hours before that one.
Yes, I of course was at the helm during the very nice hour of 69.
69.
Nice. All right, guys. So Deep Many Moses. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting.
Physically still, spiritually ill. Eyes on recycled lies, swag to refill.
Medicated, depressive, deep fake, depressant, deep media compression, deep soul sessions. Both feel Eddie Crown, Vickin' in the reflection, crown royal clown world, spin a town and twirl. She a real one, keep a close guard, that pearl. Do Errors go gradual, disconnect, magic emotion, that potion. Deep state, ocean, pull plug, feel notion. Doctor, octagon cut, clinical incision. Cold steel syllable, surgical precision. Kill the signal, slow the lungs. One long pull, let it run. Get to it, get to it. Build your imprison. Get to it, get to it. Brick by algorithm. Get to it, get to it. Key in your vision. Bars that you build, you can bend, you can listen. Get to it, get to it. Build your own prison. Get to it, get to it. Scroll as a schism. Get to it, get to it. Audit your rhythm. Bars that you build, you can bend, you can win 'em. Click, tap, trap, snap, feed, loop, fall back, lock in, log off. Cut, roll, climb out. All eyes on me, all eyes on me, far as I can see, feel let 'em free. Y'all gon' yearn for me, honey. Got you burning while your mind keep churning. Watch your thigh gyrate, little sweet heat turning. Sticky tree drip, that lip bite learning. Set your table for me, baby, meal yours, I'm serving. You're hungry, you're gon' come for me, honey. So tasty, thank you, baby. Lights down low, breathe slow, hands off glass, oh, so say your name, let it glow. I say war, crowd say go. Get to it, get to it. Build your own prison. Get to it, get to it. Brick by algorithm. Get to it, get to it. Key in your vision. Bars that you build, you can bend, you can listen. Get to it, get to it. Build your own prison. Get to it, get to it. Scroll as a schism. Get to it, get to it. Audit your rhythm. Bars that you build, you can bend, you can win 'em. Bling, bling, bait, click, bite, wire. Fake light, real tie, rewire. Cold feet, warm hands, get high. Hard stop, soft start, live fire. Who built the cell? Say me who holds the key. Say me who breaks the loop. Say we on three, set free. Get to it, get to it. Build your own prison. Tear down brick made of borrowed decisions. Get to it, tune your vision. Bars that you built, watch 'em bend while you listen. Get to it, break that algorithm. Hands off glass, heart on rhythm. Get to it, count that window you close once opens in. Click, tap, trap, snap. Lock in, log off. Cut, roll, climb out. Get to it, get to it.
That was so badass it broke my browser. That was so badass it broke my browser.
Sweet. Huh? Of course it did.
Of course it did, man. You know, that's what happens with the real great songs hit. That's why I think Ichigo is like secretly a super. I think Ichigo is like a superstar in disguise. You know, hanging out in the pseudo rooms.
So
Baby
Roy,
said
can
he
I
wanted
see-
more.
Oh, there we go. All right. There you go, Diddy. Great job, brother. That's going to be a lot of fun. I could definitely see us having some fun with that.
Absolutely.
Well,
I can't wait to play that game.
hey,
Hey,
you
Roy,
know what,
can I
Dave?
get tonight's playlist in the chat real quick? I look for it
Of
everywhere.
course. Give me
Yeah, I
one
want to
second.
like the playlist, you guys, and give these songs some love. Roy, I think you should take a second to tell our people here about the little stunt you pulled this afternoon with your Karen song. What do you think?
Stunt I pulled with the carrot
Yes,
song.
you kind of pimped the algorithm a little bit. Remember that?
Oh yeah. I was like, what? Okay, so yeah, this was with
You think
the
are you comfortable talking about that? I thought
yeah,
it was fucking
absolutely.
hilarious.
You know me. I'm shameless, so you know.
Oh yeah,
That's what
it
happens
picks it
when you
right
made
up.
so many bad decisions that there's none left. So hey, what the hell? Um, so basically, with the help of oh god, who was it that helped us? Do you remember?
It was Abominus.
Uh, uh, um, uh, um, Abnormal.
Yes,
Ab-
yes. Sorry. Yes.
yeah, because abnormal. That's what I think of. Abnormal. I forgot what the other part is. But anyways, they had an article that's like in pseudo that kind of gives you some specific details about how you could work the algorithm. And basically, you have a 1 hour window after you release a song in order for it to get noticed, to get onto the new portion of the page on the front page. So the way that it suggested gaming the system was number one, that you can release it multiple times by using the extend feature. So what you do is you go into the song, this is once the song is done, mastered, and ready to go. You go to the extend feature, you extend it by 5 seconds or less, and then you republish it. And you just do that again and again. Every time you do that, it's going to open the window back up for you to get more notice. The second thing that it suggested was to have alt accounts that you could use to vote yours, to give yourself upvotes. Well, I didn't need that because I had Dave, I had Abnormal, myself, and a couple other people who were able to upvote us. And that's one of the big advantages that we have in this community is that we can work together to get ourselves those initial upvotes because those are critical. You want to get 3, 4, 5 upvotes in the first 10 minutes because that is what really kicks it up the ladder to get attention. Um, Once you do get that attention, you'll find that you'll show up slowly but surely. Within about 5 minutes or so, you'll show up in the news section, and you'll see your totals go up very quickly. But what's funny is that you fall into a bit of a trap because my song was so popular, it actually outgrew the news section within the first 25 minutes. So once it got to 45 views, it no longer would show up in the news section because I think that's like 44 views and less, or there might be a certain number of likes. But
Oh,
that's a
that's
way
really
for you to game
interesting
the
too. I
system.
didn't know that. I just thought it was interesting. We followed this little formula, and boop, there it was, right on the front page.
Yep. And, we
And
didn't
then
have to
we
cheat
got
at
to
all.
have
We
a
didn't have
nice
to use any
discussion
bots
about the
or
reasons that we make music.
we didn't have to use any alts because, obviously we used each other's votes to get that initial bump. Um,
Yeah.
oh, the other thing that it pointed out was if you don't know how to do this, you can take a song and you can pin it to your profile. So it always shows up on your profile. And that's also a good way to get further notice.
So it just kind of goes to show you, right? And it helped me and Roy and Abominus talk about. I'm sorry if I'm slaughtering the guy's name. I don't really I know people by their voice and more than their screen handle. But it gave us an opportunity to really talk about motivation, both extrinsic and extrinsic. So the motivation to do it that comes from within you, and the motivation to do it that comes from outside, like getting paid or getting recognition. And
It's abnormal mindset.
okay, abnormal mindset.
And
And we
Duddy, to your comment on there, I know you're probably joking, but I'm not talking about rubber stamping. We're not putting out slop here. We're serious artists putting out serious music,
Wait,
and
what do you think that I was saying?
that it's definitely not cheating to have your friends like your song. I
I
don't
mean
know.
that. I mean that completely non-sarcastically.
oh yeah,
Okay.
no, it's not at all. Shoot, that's the first people you got to show your
That's
stuff
yeah.
to,
That's
right?
very normal. I mean, your friends should be liking your stuff.
I sure
More
hope
of us
so.
Thank
should
you.
like
Yeah.
our friends' music.
My
That's
mama loves
completely
all
above
my
the board.
shit. I send my mama all the clean stuff, and she loves it. Just so you know.
All the
No,
clean
that's it.
stuff. So I
That's
must
your
have like
power
3
base.
songs.
Yeah, exactly right. She's heard two things, and that's all. Uh, no, but no, last year I made a Christmas carol and sent it out as my Christmas card for everyone. Come on. It's just like you got to share your stuff with the people you love. So no,
Yeah.
and they're your support system too. Your friends are the only ones that don't live in a vacuum chamber with you, and somebody's going to come up and say, "Hey, dude, that really is great, but that over there, that sucks shit through a tube, and you should never do that again."
Well,
And
hey,
that's a real fucking friend right there. That's why you have to share your
so
stuff.
let me ask you a serious question, Dave. I've
Yeah.
found that people's attention spans are so fucking short. I'll
Yeah.
start playing my song and they'll listen for a few seconds and then they'll get distracted. They'll start asking me questions. And it
Mm-hmm.
just kind of irritates me. I'm like, listen to the fucking song. So
Yeah.
how do we overcome that challenge?
Oof. Okay, so
I
you
got thoughts on that.
answered it right there. I mean, um, you said they stopped to ask questions. So
Yeah, while the
answer
song's
those
playing.
questions. Answer those questions first in the song with the song. That's tricky, but if the song, get it to where the song doesn't need an interpretation, where you could play it for somebody, you know, in Minnesota, you could play it for somebody in Sweden, you could play it for somebody in Australia, and they would get the same feeling because it doesn't need an interpretation. I don't know. If
Um,
if you anticipate questions from your audience, answer them. Man, it sounds trite, and I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to be
Denny, you said
slick,
you had
but
some thoughts, and
Yeah,
I just
I
want to open up
recommend.
this. One second, Denny. I just want to open this up to everyone else. Anyone else wants to join in on the discussion? Just raise your hands. Go ahead, Denny. Thank you.
I recommend to all of my friends to turn their TVs off and never turn them back on all the time. So that's a great way to just kind of start that conversation. But I mean, get people to read more. Telling your friends that they sound dumb all the time is a great way to start this conversation too. Like people's attention spans are so short that I it's absurd, but it's the television, it's your phone. I tell people all the time, don't look down at your phone so much. Lift your eyes is a mantra that I use. It's rampant. The lowering of the IQ of the average person is happening in front of us all day, every day. Turn off your TVs, lift your eyes, interact with the humans around you. Yes, that's the only way to do it. You have to do it slowly, like person by person.
And this is an interesting point that you make. Like for instance, a lot of people talk about TikTok, and they paint with one paintbrush with TikTok. They're like, "Oh man, it's like brain rot." However, on the other side of the coin, there is a lot of very interesting, very deep, granular discussion going on within the TikTok community that is legit tough. So, you can't paint with that big broad brush of stereotypes saying all TikTok is bad. No. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking idiots on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere else. And the system is set up to reward that behavior, but there's also a lot of good stuff out there. There's a lot of people who are sharing great information on politics that is not in the media, great information with regards to your rights, great information with regards to survival techniques, uh, everything and anything. So, I don't mean to be going off the reservation as far as that's concerned, but I'm just saying that there is a lot of good out there and we want to be on the good side.
That is, I mean, that's there's a case to be made for curating your socials better. But I personally recommend trying to curate conversations in real life above all. Or like Discord is different to me than a social media feed. If you're getting into a feed, you're getting into what's called an algorithm, and the algorithm is not ever going to be created to make you smarter. It's going to be created to take up more of your attention, and that is the only reason that it's there. And they want your attention, and every second of that attention is worth money. And that's all that feed is going to be curated towards. You can curate which people you follow, but even then you're going to algorithmically be given things that will cause you to have emotional spikes, to comment things that you probably don't need to be commenting, that aren't helping you or anybody else. So like there's just a lot. Social media is not something I'm a fan of, but I do think that people's attention spans are certainly affected by social media. To get back to what you were saying initially, and the best way to get people to have longer attention spans for, like, say, your music, is to talk to them more in real life and get them off of social media, get them off of watching the TV. And when it comes to the political stuff, I believe that all of it is to distract you from things that are going to happen, whether you vote for this guy or that guy or not. So the less, like, I haven't watched a news anything on a television in 5 years. I feel great about that. I feel great about where my head's at because of that. And the politics will always be there, doing the same thing that it always does: divide people.
Yeah, the great Bill Hicks once said that the left wing and the right wing are the wings on one bird of prey.
Both same sides of the coin, different sides of the same coin. Yeah.
All right. Anyone else want to get a jump into the discussion? Please raise your hands. We'll get you on stage.
Last thing from me on it. One of my inspirations as a composer, one of my deepest heroes, is a composer named John Cage, and he often worked in silence and did all kind of things. And one of my favorite quotes of his is that, if you hear something or watch something or read something or listen to something and you find it boring, then listen to it 100 times. Then listen to it another 1,000 times. Because the fault is not in the piece. The fault is yours. But luckily, you have the opportunity to try again. So I really love that. And short attention span be damned. If you seek and study and dig like we try to do here, you can find that beauty even in the minute things. And I think it's beautiful, what you've said, that social media, although listen, Discord for me is this communication hub where I get to know people from around the world that I would never meet otherwise. I get to talk about music with them, which is my favorite thing. But I don't follow any sort of feeds, or I don't get ads, or I don't, do any of that stuff, because you're right. That is, think about what you have after doing all that stuff. What we have here is a real community of support and respect and care that produces real art, and that's why I will always support that. But as far as short attention spans go, come on, I was a school teacher for 25 years.
Yeah.
It's not about their attention span. It's about what are you going to do to keep it. And there are ways to engage people, and you can do that in your art, and you can do that in any job that you, if it includes other people, But I'm going to default to Cage, and I'm going to say if they're losing interest in what I'm putting out, it's probably both of our faults.
Well, we definitely have to make sure that we keep the audience attention always. Well, guys, listen, it is 9:04. Thank you so much for hanging out with us during our show. We're going to be entering the after party session here. Vicky, I guess, should we move over to the after party room, the VC room, rather than the stage? Is that probably for the best, or what do you think?
Say again, Roy. I'm sorry, you seem a little far from your
Oh,
microphone.
sorry, I wasn't facing my mic. I was asking Vicky if we should move the after party to the VC room, or should we stay in here?
Yeah. Maybe
Probably,
she is.
definitely. All right, hey guys, tell you what, let's go ahead and move it on down to the VC room. That way
Yeah, let's
everyone
do
can
it. It's
talk
there. We
freely.
might as well. All right, see you on the other side.
All right.